In case spawning inside of an ancient city wasn't crazy enough for you, this seed spawns you in a village which is directly above an ancient city, and that ancient city is combined with a ruined portal with an amethyst geode as well as a stronghold. Explore that stronghold and you'll find the end portal room is covered in skulk, and this is the most insane, unbelievable thing. But let me show you what might be one of the best seeds found for 1.19 before the update is even out. Anyway, hello, I'm TAIGA, and I'm going to be showing off this seed in one big take, just so you can really see how close together everything is. Sometimes with cuts you can disguise the fact that it's like 1,000 blocks away to something, but this is a seed that we've just spawned into, and within a few seconds of walking, you'll find a village, and this village is amazing by itself, just for existing that close to spawn, but it's not what you're here for. What you might be here for on the way, though, is the fact that there are blacksmith chests which do contain diamonds, iron chestplate. It's amazing. But then as well as that, if you dig straight down from here, and I'll admit, this is going to be a huge dig down. If you're playing survival, this is one where you need to really make that diamond pickaxe just to make this mine down a little bit faster, because you're going from 120 blocks on the y-axis down to -53. It's a seriously long mine, but immediately below spawn, as well as immediately below the village, you'll find there is an ancient city right here. An ancient city below spawn is already worth talking about in my opinion, but what's this? Do you see there's Netherrack in here? Yes, there is Netherrack in this ancient city because that is actually a ruined portal. There is a ruined portal chilling in the ceiling of this ancient city. It's very, very bizarre and surreal to see, but as you can see, if you punch around, this is in fact a ruined portal, complete with golden axe and golden shovel, right in the ceiling of the ancient city. And again, this is all one take. This is all what you can see immediately after dropping down, because also in this ancient city, which, by the way, I should mention, the fact that there's an ancient city here, already pretty amazing, but if you look carefully, you'll notice, okay, here is an ancient city, right? This is very distinctly an ancient city with the big portal, but you'll also notice that right where we drop down, there's a second ancient city / reinforced deep slate portal found right over here. You might think to yourself, oh, so it's just one really big city with two separate portals, but to prove to you that it's two separate cities, let's use the /locate command. As you can see, this ancient city is at 168,584, whereas if we fly to the second portal, or somewhere in between, you can also see the separation here, sort of, if you're looking carefully, but if we fly to the second portal with its second set of all these things, you'll see that this ancient city is located in a different place. I'll put those coordinates on screen next to each other in case your attention span is short, and let's be honest, it is. Let's be honest, doing this long one-take video is a hard way to keep things focused, but it's important to show you that, like, yes, two ancient cities, which means that because they're stacked sideways, if we go all the way to the edge of this one, I'm not even sure this is the edge, but if we go from here, check the Z coordinate, we're about 864 right now, just focusing on the Z coordinate movements, ignoring the fact that we're also moving left as we do this, we're going to go from 864 blocks past our ruined portal, past all of these other things. And by the way, look at the size of this deep dark biome and the size of just how nuts it is that I can fly doing Minecraft's fastest stuff and end up over 100, as you can see, wow, right over here, 414 blocks away in the other direction. That is seriously nuts, the amount of deep dark that exists here. Look at the ceilings on this place. You can also see how it combines with an abandoned mineshaft. I mean, saying this is combined is a little bit of a stretch, but still, the fact that in the same cave as the ruined portal and the two ancient cities, there's also a tiny, tiny bit of an abandoned mineshaft, that's kind of nuts too. Add another structure to the pile, but guess what? On top of those things, you know what else you can find? Go to this ancient city, the one 100. Check the coordinates in the top left, they're on screen all the time. 147,555. If you head to this one, and then you head backwards just a little bit, and then you head to the very far corner over here. Sorry, I missed the exit right here. If you head to this corner with these coordinates, you'll see a big wall of skulk. If you decide to, let's just imagine something. Let's say you decide to mine just a few blocks off this skulk, not many of them, but just a few, you'll end up inside of a stronghold. Seriously, there's just 5 blocks separating the double ancient city from the stronghold, which sounds like, oh, that's just a coincidence. It's all underground. But because this is technically a deep, dark stronghold, First of all, you'll find in lots of parts of it, mobs won't spawn, which is probably very beneficial. In fact, definitely very beneficial. But also you'll notice that like, wow, skulk veins just generate around this thing. This is a Stronghold experience you're probably not going to be used to. If you are used to it, then I'd love to hear about how that happened. But also, if we roam around this thing for long enough, and we could do that ourselves right now, but is that what you really want? Do you want to see ToyCat roams a Stronghold, desperately trying to find the exit? Okay, well that's what you've got. Because if you go around this thing for long enough, you'll find the Stronghold room, the portal room, and guess what? The exact same thing has happened here too. Yep, there are no eyes in the portal, but I'm sure you won't mind with this much skulk around the place. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know exactly what happened here. Minecraft Bedrock structure generation is just this darn wacky that this can genuinely happen. And the even crazier thing is if you go to the Nether from here, and let's be honest, this is a great place to go to the Nether from. You've got, you know, like portal blocks all around you. So if we grab ourselves some obsidian, found right here, and we grab ourselves a flint and steel, and we simulate the place that you should always make a portal if you're unsure of where to do it, then let's see where that takes us in the Nether. No matter where you go to the Nether, because the Nether is scaled, you'll spawn really close to this thing, or this is just a cave in this case. By the way, pro tip, try not to make your portals below ground. Even though the ancient city is really cool, don't build your portals in there. You'll live to regret it. But if we just dig straight up from here and avoid lava, maybe, again, doing it at this layer is just really dumb. But if you go straight up from this, you'll find yourself, there is a piglin bastion. A bastion remnants, as they're officially known. And this bastion remnants is really interesting because, I mean, wow, it's a blackstone structure. It's really cool by itself. It's got the your piggy boys with the golden axes that everyone hates, and you got your piggy boys with the crossbows that everyone also hates, but they give you ender pearls. And then you'll see that, wow, wait. Do you just walk straight from here into the Nether Fortress? Yes, you do. Somehow, as you can see, all of this is the same place. This one seed, this one example of Minecraft Bedrock, look, it happens over here too. It's not just one part of the structures that are mixed. They're almost like perfectly entwined in so many separate places. But yeah, basically, this is an example of a seed where everything just happens this way because Minecraft Bedrock has far more structure collisions because they're much more loose with the rules and when this can happen. This isn't an example of like, ooh, all Minecraft Bedrock seeds are broken all the time, because this doesn't happen all the time. This is an example of, wow, when you have this many seeds, because they've increased the number, you can find things like this that just seem impossible, but they totally exist on Bedrock, and it's one of the reasons I love checking out this version of the game. Let's go back to the overworld now. I guess let's pretend we go back through a portal. It's probably going to take me right back to where I was, but let's see where it does, just in case it doesn't. Because I think it is so interesting to point out that, like, yeah, so this was cool. There are two structures combined together directly in the Nether from where you are, and also the overworld is a combination of how many different structures? In fact, if we dig down from here, we'll end up inside of a deep dark. I'm 95% sure. Apparently incorrectly. Oh no, here we go. As you can see, so you'll find some weird deep dark caves under here, which are a reminder that this is a biome as well as a structure. The biome itself is probably going to be less interesting, just looking around it. You're mostly going to be here for the structure, or to mine all that skulk and get some sweet XP. Honestly, I wonder how big of a deal that'll be for people, myself included, when the update comes out. Will you be collecting all the skulk, or will you just ignore it because it's so little experience? Let me know. But yeah, you'll mostly be looking around this thing going like, where is the ancient city? I know it's going to be up here somewhere, and you'll eventually find yourself the caves where all of this becomes possible. And yeah, so this is a structure that is absolutely nuts, and it really adds to that level of Minecraft Bedrock being very weird and wacky and interesting. I mean, do you want to see more ways that this is strange? Because obviously I showed you the structure combinations, but also, like, okay, look at this cave right here where it combines, and it's like, okay, that's kind of strange. Okay, a little bit of lava from the ceiling. That's not the biggest of deals ever. I've seen weirder ToyCat. Do you want to see how the water is, for basically no reason, flowing out here? Okay, well that's just waterlogging errors. That's actually a bug. That's not a cool feature. Do you want to see other generation things that are quirky? Because I can spend all day showing off a Minecraft Bedrock world, and across the entire day, you'll just find more and more interesting, weird edge cases of like, yeah, this really does just happen. And that's the beautiful thing, in my opinion. The fact that, yeah, as you look at this, there's just lava pits chilling right here and here. The interesting thing about Minecraft Bedrock and about Minecraft seeds are about how we're always finding these weird examples of how things happen. And yeah, every time there's a new structure or biome or anything added, there's always going to be these sorts of weird little scenarios, and that's why I like Seed Sunday. It's an opportunity to check out and to explore all of these things. And yeah, I feel as though we're getting a little bit lost here, but just remember, all of this exists that close to spawn. This is a real seed you can check out yourself. It's from Cracked Magnet, and I should have put the seed on the screen earlier. I probably did, but just in case you don't read things on screen without the YouTuber saying them out loud, then here is me saying the seed. Thank you again to Cracked Magnet. And also, just another little fun fact. Look at this, by the way. There's an Amethyst Geode. You might have noticed when I showed you the intro of this video, it was lower down, it wasn't up here. That's because, here's an interesting little quirk, they actually lowered the ancient cities in a recent update for Minecraft Bedrock. Because again, this is a structure that is in progress, it's subject to change. If you want to use this seed, you need to be playing a 1.19 beta or preview right now. There's a lot of little things here, but tell me what you think. Do you think I should take this seed, or I think actually perhaps the one from last week, the spawning inside an ancient city, and use it for a little bit of a challenge run to show off the seed better that way? Or do you like these kind of creative fly-throughs where we go and do the old school thing of, like, you know, showing you from the above angle of night vision? Let me know what you think is a better way to actually see something. And for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it enlightening, because my god is this a nutty seed, right? Anyway, goodbye. Oh, also subscribe, because if you're someone who does look at the screen and you use that as your advice, then, you know, the screen is telling you to subscribe to IBX Toycat. So, you should do it, huh? Then you'd see the video where I go to the ancient city. And I spawn in there and I somehow beat it anyway. Wouldn't that be fun? It would be. Yeah, check it out.